maybe the problem is that elected officials get a bad rap.
Yes.
Because you don't know them.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Empire Podcast interviews, where we like to interview everybody from pastors to actors, rappers to trappers, and everybody in between. And so, yes, thank you guys for listening. And we're here to follow up with the Councilman, Damon Alexander, and this is part 2. So if you haven't seen part 1, go check it out and then catch it to part 2. So we're going to get right into it. How you doing, Councilman?
I'm just trying to be like you when I grew up.
What does that mean?
That means healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Man, similar. I think we're a mirror of each other.
Well, just like 30 years different, though, right?
Gotcha. I don't, who's counting?
I'm counting.
Okay, I got you. I'm not counting. I ain't counting against you.
All right.
I'm counting for you. I'm counting for you.
Okay.
So, I remember last time we got together, we talked about how, I asked you, like, what does it mean to be a councilman? And you said the priority is my constituents.
Correct.
And then second is the city.
Right.
Right. Am I quoting you correctly?
You are quoting me correctly. Thank you. The media's done it right. You've done it right. You'll go a long way quoting folks correctly.
Yeah. I like to say I'm here for you, not against you.
There you go.
I can't say the same for everybody else who's in the realm of that, They try and get that clickbait, but I'm here on doing that to being righteous and being right. We also talked about you being part of the 7th Ward, which goes from like De La Rosa all the way up to
the Scooby-Abby.
Scooby-Abby. I just think of Home Depot. That's the way we work, right?
Right.
And we also got into Marvel.
We did.
Right? And the Hulk, right?
Yeah, we did.
And so, I just want to ask this really important question. Can the Hulk beat Doctor Strange?
Oh my gosh. He comes out swinging a hammer. Jeez. And then can the Hulk beat Doctor Strange?
We have to go there, right, folks? We have to go there.
So why do you believe Doctor Strange can beat the Hulk?
Why do I believe?
Yes.
Okay, so I think the argument that people could use that the Hulk could beat Doctor Strange.
No. Why do you think Doctor Strange can beat
the Hulk? Because Doctor Strange can get into the Hulk's mind.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a master of the mystic arts, right?
He's a mystic artist. He's not he doesn't mess with people's mind like Professor X.
Okay.
Or Jean Grey.
Okay.
He doesn't do that. He's the mystic arts.
Okay. He uses the world.
Magic. He's an illusionist. He's just a master illusionist. So how's he going to beat the Hulk?
By placing him in illusions? No?
I don't know. Like Dormammu in the first Doctor Strange?
Yeah. Nice name quote. Nice name quote. Nice name quote.
Well, I don't know. I mean, at some point, the Hulk you're just going to enrage him, right?
Yeah.
And at some point, his strength is infinite.
Okay.
And he's going to break out.
Okay, I want to go to something. So, did he have a romantic thing with what's her name? The Widow, right?
The Black Widow?
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson?
Right?
Well, not the Hulk. Banner did. Right.
And that was his, she would calm him down.
Right. Because only a woman can calm down an angry man.
Okay. Or make him more angrier.
Well, that too, but I wasn't going down that road. I was trying to stay on the good side of hope.
I got you.
You don't go down that road, young buck. Stay on the good side of hope.
Got you.
Okay?
Got you.
All right.
So is it possible that he can create an illusion of Black Widow and, hey, I like it. Is it a possibility that he can create an illusion of Black Widow to calm down the Hulk? Or, yeah.
Oh, so he creates another person to try to do that.
Yeah, because he's an illusionist.
Right.
To calm him down.
Anything's possible.
Got you.
Anything's possible.
Got you. Hey, I was just answering the question.
Anything's possible.
I was just answering the question.
So you know what? There's a possibility.
Okay.
But once he finds out that she's not real,
he's gonna get angrier.
Right. So are you gonna take that chance?
I would.
Okay. All right, you take that chance.
I would.
Okay.
All right. One more Hulk question before we go into this.
And you know that the answer is going to end up the Hulk's just going to smash. But,
I got you.
Okay.
It's true. He's gonna get smashed and smash.
Oh, wow.
You know, who is that gray twin of the Hulk? You know what I'm talking about?
The gray twin?
Yeah,
the gray Hulk. There's a red Hulk. There's a gray Hulk. And then, see, I'm not sure about the gray twin of the Hulk because that's not my Hulk.
Got you. Because I remember seeing a comic book where they were like facing each other.
Yes, there is one. That's an old one. That's way before your time.
Got you.
That's way before your time. But yes, there's a gray Hulk as well.
Okay.
But I'm not sure about that Hulk. I just deal with the Hulk that's upcoming, and we're getting ready to go to Planet Hulk, which is a stronger Hulk than what you see now. It's a stronger Hulk, and you want Doctor Strange to face off against that?
How does Hulk get stronger, though? That's the part that throws me off.
It's just the rage part.
Okay, he's just angry.
Yeah, he just there's, in life, you get a little bit angry and you found out, wow, but your discipline keeps you from getting angrier.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Our discipline keeps us from getting angrier in life about things, You say, sit down, be quiet. You just, you never let it all go, right? You never just go, what do I say? You never just go red, where you just see red and everything, you just, or you just blank out and you just like, you wake up and you're like, did I do this? You never go that type of anger.
Like blackout type of situation.
Right, blackout anger, which is even worse than red anger.
And that's where we're getting Planet Hulk from.
You go blackout anger and you just like half the planet was destroyed. Who did that? Hulk.
I like it.
Hulk. Remember, all the Avengers couldn't even beat Hulk. They couldn't. But they're kind of weak anyway.
That part. They're
kind of weak anyway.
That part. They didn't have Doctor Strange, so yeah.
So you keep going back to Doctor Strange. Okay, I see where you stand with that. Okay.
I have to. If I don't circle back, then it won't make any sense.
So you keep circling back. I'm going to stay right
here. I will.
Right here.
You know who'd be a good duo? Doctor Strange and the Hulk.
That would be a good Professor Hulk. Because you don't want just the blind rage Hulk. You want the professor, the Dr. Banner.
I thought that's your least favorite one, though.
It may be, but still, you said it make a good duo. You want all that smartness that Professor Banner has, Dr. Banner has, right? Okay. You do want that, right?
Well, I guess when Hulk's calmed down, we have Bruce Banner. Okay, let's work this out. Okay, now turn to Hulk.
You're right. You want the good doctor.
Okay.
Remember?
Okay.
All right.
I agree.
Okay, you want the good doctor.
Okay. I do like the Smash one, though.
Well, we haven't seen Professor Hulk smash yet.
Gotcha.
Because the discipline of the doctor holds him back. Right? He doesn't, remember in all the movies, he just goes, okay, you want me to smash? All right. Because he thinks it's barbaric.
Like it's beneath him.
Right. All right, I'll do it.
Yeah.
He's no good. He's no good
Makes
that
sense.
way.
It's kind of like Gohan when he gives up fighting and becomes like the great Saiyaman. But that's a completely different.
Well, it's like Star Trek when the next in Picard season 3, and Worf says he's turned into a pacifist. Worf is like, what? I'm like, what? Worf a pacifist? Worf is a warrior.
That part.
He's a warrior.
That part.
He
probably started eating soy or something.
Oh my gosh, soy. He already drinks prune juice, so there you have it.
Okay, it's right next door.
Oh, is it right next door?
Oh, maybe the prune juice got him flowing too much, and he's like, I can't fight in this state.
Well, he's a pacifist in Picard season 3, so I can't wait to see it.
Okay.
All you Star Trek fans out there, we're gonna watch this together. See how this works out.
It's gonna be very interesting.
It is.
It's gonna be very interesting.
It is very interesting.
But let's get back into your work, and I guess we can't talk about Star Wars and Marvel forever, even though we'd love to.
I could talk about it.
We would love to, but let's get into some other stuff that maybe the old people might want to listen to.
Did you say old people?
Yeah.
Okay, he said old people.
No disrespect, but then again, Okay, the reason why I mentioned that is because I had a conversation with Liddy from the Parks and Rec director, and she was saying that it's unfortunate, but mostly the older generation cares about politics, not the younger generation. Right? So that's why I brought that up. because mostly the older generation cares about the community, what's happening, and the politics.
You're saying that young people don't care about the community?
Not as much, not that involved in trying to understand what's going on. And I think it's just...
Why is that?
I don't think it's presented...
Because you're a young person. Why is that?
I don't think it's presented the right way.
How are you supposed to present it?
I don't know.
IDK? I don't know.
I think... So, if we look at most political things, it seems really dry and boring and like not like I can relate to it or find it interesting, especially when you have so much like other media that's like in your face, flashing, explosion, booty shaking, et cetera, guns.
We don't have no twerking in politics.
I know. And I'm not saying it should have it. I'm just saying...
what do you want?
Even like the presidential debate, like people, even though it's probably like one of the thing that people should watch and probably the most watched out of all the political things going on, most people are probably still not watching it because they're just like, I'm not interested. And
why aren't you interested? Your life is involved in that in some form or fashion.
100%. Like
not like going to war or anything like that, but you might want to know if your taxes are going up.
100%.
Your son might be in the military. Your nephew or your niece might be in the military. Don't you want to know who you're putting in that office?
Yes. Yeah. And I think it's more questions like that need to come up and make it like to the forefront of, I guess, to the younger generation, because like it seems like the younger generation only care about, I guess we can use the word TikTok. That's like the big thing, right?
Oh, I like TikTok.
And it's hip, you know. Former President Trump doesn't agree, and I can understand why. And some
because they banned him from TikTok. That's why.
Some people think it's an invasion, you know, of American culture and stuff like that. But that's a different topic.
Well, who started TikTok?
I believe it was Korea or China, but I believe it was the Koreans, I believe. China? It was China. I was close. I said either one.
No, either one.
But
somebody was doing a little spying through TikTok?
Apparently, and also there's a thing where like if you look on the TikTok that's like on the main feed is like really entertainment and stuff like that and like dances for American, but then if you go to like their TikTok, it's like engineering, like a lot of technological things that are.
So we need to get into the STEM aspect of TikTok.
Definitely STEM would be all around better for America culture in general. Mm-hmm. But to go back to your first question about how do we get people into politics more? I think younger people into politics. I think what they need to do is I think this needs to be presented more and maybe just ask simple questions like, do you know how much you're paying in taxes? Why is this important? Check this out. Did you know that, you know, we can get healthier water if we do it this way? Or present, hey, these are the 4 bills that are being presented in your state, in your city, in your county. But simple.
How do we do that? I mean, the person I was on a call with just before I'm speaking with you was 24 years old.
Okay.
Right? And he was calling about the conditions of his street.
Okay.
Which I found enlightening that a 24-year-old would call his council member to find out, like, hey, when is my street getting paid because it's an issue.
Okay.
Right? I was like, wow, that was encouraging.
Okay.
It was encouraging that he got on the phone, encouraging that he called, and I returned his call, and we spoke about other issues, not just his street issues, but other issues that are going on in the city, and he was a very responsive individual. So they're out there. There are young folks out there, and I encourage all to call and talk. You might find out that you have something in common with the people in office. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the problem is that elected officials get a bad rap.
Yes.
Because you don't know them. And it's hard to reach them. The higher you go up the food chain, you don't get to talk to them.
Yeah.
You don't get to talk to U.S. senators and congressmen and governors. You'll probably never talk to them.
This is true.
But you can talk to your council members and your water board folks and your community college district elected officials, people that affect your lives, because everybody doesn't go to 4-year universities. They start off at 2-year universities.
True.
And you might want to know, well, you know, do do I get that free education? Are they going to get some books? Because there are programs right now that you get free education and free books if you go to a university first time students.
Okay. A 4-year?
2-year.
Okay.
Which is absolutely fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But how many people know that?
Talking about like the Pell Grant and stuff like that?
No, it's not even Pell Grant. It's free.
Wow.
It's free books. It's like, wow. I said, where was that program when I was going to school?
That part. And this is probably for the state of California, mostly, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think it's...
We should have a show on free stuff.
I think that'd be awesome.
Just on, how do I get free stuff? If I'm going to school, where do I go to school? How do I get the grants? All those particular issues, so you'll have the information. Right? Because I'm sitting up here talking to a friend of mine this weekend. I know we're getting off the subject.
But
this was so exciting to me because if you own a home, you have equity. If you have equity, you can start a business. It's all wealth. We talked about wealth before, I think, last time. But I didn't know, because my friend's an appraiser, that you can challenge appraisals.
For example?
For example, if you think your house is, if the appraisal comes back for $500,000 and you think your house is worth $600,000, you can challenge that. You can challenge that.
I love that.
I said, I didn't know. I thought I just have to spend another, $500 and get another appraisal. She's like, you should have called me, brother. And I'm like, you're right. I should have. Because it happened to us. We had an appraisal, one number. 45 days later, we had another appraisal, and the number was even higher than the first number.
Okay.
And we're like, well, what's the difference in 45 days? Right?
Nothing.
Yeah, virtually nothing besides the 45 days.
Yeah.
We did some other stuff and took down all the pictures of all the stuff that showed that we were African Americans, and then we got a higher number for some uncanny reason.
That is actually a theory. That's actually a really big theory. I've heard about that.
Oh, well, theory and practice.
Yeah.
Theory and practice.
Yes.
We did exactly what they said. We took all of it down and then got it 45 days later, and our number went up. It was amazing.
Interesting.
Right. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Mission impossible.
That part.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
You know about that?
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, of course. And I think, just to circle back with everything, I think it's all of this, going back to the younger generation not knowing politics, you in the appraisal situation, everything's all about lack of information and just not knowing. And so I think if we all just have, know it, or there's a source to know it, which I think is kind of easier said than done. I liked your whole concept about if we had a show just all on free stuff. I can imagine everybody would watch that, because it could be, okay, there's going to be a free truck outside where you can get some free medical kits on Saturday.
Right. Exactly. Where do you get medical care from? What type of medical care can you get? If you don't have COBRA, you can go here. You can go to SAC. You can go to whatever it is that you need. We just need to line it up.
Got you.
Right, to provide those resources.
So as a councilman, because it's out of my power, how could we make something like that happen?
What do you mean? You're the one that has the show, Antonio. You're the showstopper.
I am, but I don't have the information. I don't have the resources, the information to find out who offers those services.
Well, we know some services here because we deal with the unsheltered. But we don't have all the information to every question. Maybe you should say, hey, guys, call in. Tell me the things that you would like to see.
Gotcha.
Maybe you should do that and put it in the chat. Oh, we don't have the chat here. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. No, well, it'll be there. It'll be there.
It'll be there.
Eventually, when we get enough subscribers, subscribe to the channel, by the way. We can start going live, and then we can start seeing what people
want. Yeah, ask what they want, and then we'll give the people what they want, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
I think it's all possible.
It is possible.
Yeah, anything is possible. I think if you can dream it, it's possible.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it's actually it's in the book. It talks about
is this your book?
Yeah, 10 Things Your Parents Should Have Taught You But Didn't. It talks about you're dead without dreams.
You're dead. Is that something that's in scriptures? Didn't they say something like that in scripture too? You're dead without dreams. Without vision, the people shall perish. Something like that.
My people shall perish for lack of knowledge and lack of vision. It's one of the two translations both ways.
Right. It depends on if you're going back to the King James version. Or the new.
Or the NK, or the NIV, whatever you're using. But yeah, same thing. Yeah, my people shall perish for lack of knowledge, lack of vision, which is awesome. I also faith without works or faith without action is dead. Yes. That's a really true one. I mentioned that the other day with somebody. But yeah, so it's like I talk about how the Wright brothers, they had to dream about flying in order to make the first plane, you know. Someone had to, Alexander Graham had to dream about talking to someone somewhere else before actually creating it.
I'd like to go with Garrett Morris, who thought about the gas mask.
Okay.
And then then created the gas mask, or Charles Drew with blood plasma. I'd like to go down those roads.
Gotcha. Or is it Billy Carson? No. I think his name's Billy. I think I might be saying his name wrong, but he was the first person to do the surgery between twins who were conjoined at the head.
Ben Carson.
Ben Carson. I was close.
You were close.
Yeah.
Dr. Ben Carson.
Yeah. So.
The HUD secretary for 4 years.
Yes. Yeah. So he had to dream and visualize that he could do that in order to actually execute it.
Well, he had to have the skill set.
As well.
You had to have the skill set. You can dream.
Yes.
But you got to have the skill set or the people around you to help make your dream come true.
Gotcha.
I could never do what I do in the office without my chief of staff, Renee Wickman.
Gotcha.
Could not do it.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to Miss Wickman.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. You want to say anything? Okay. We got her shy. She wasn't ready for it. She thought she was going to be in the background.
Right. She thought she was.
Right.
We're going to bring her into the light.
That part. You know, all truth comes to the light. And so, you know, as a councilman, you know, I found out, and I don't know if it's completely true, but I can hear it from you, but I learned that being a councilman is a part-time job for most councilmen.
I mean, yes, for most cities, it is a part-time job, except for major cities, you know, like Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego.
Gotcha.
But if you do it right, it's anything but a part-time job. You know, San Bernardino is a major city.
Yeah.
Like I think I said before, it's the 102nd largest city in America out of 19,000. But if you work and you're diligent, it's not a part-time job. I do this job virtually every day, 6-7 days a week sometimes.
Yeah, you're always moving. Because like what I was told is that the other council members, because I say part-time because they don't really pay, from what I was informed, actual large enough salaries so you guys can actually live off of working and doing this, right?
Correct.
Why does the city do that?
Well, that's before my time.
Gotcha.
It's always been a part-time job, even though San Bernardino has approximately 223,000 people. I represent approximately 32,000 people in my ward. It's changing though.
Okay.
It's changing. Hopefully, they might want in the future. Remember, if you dream it.
Gotcha. It's possible.
It's
yeah.
possible. Put it up there in the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then maybe they'll make them full time and give them staff and field reps.
Gotcha.
To help us manage the 32,000 people. We're trying to get field reps now. Paid field reps.
Yeah, because
help us with that.
Yeah,
if you're listening to me,
right there.
Help me with that.
Yeah,
we're trying to get field reps for our staff. We're the only city that doesn't have field reps. Could you help me with that?
Please.
Make a phone call to the city.
And one of the largest cities in America. Right. So, if people are out here working to make San Bernardino better, but you're not giving them the resources. So, can we give them the resources, please, so that way they can make it better? Otherwise, you're just trying to pull people thin and make them try to keep their sanity at the same time, which is, you're technically just putting, sorry, I'm just going to speak my heart right here.
Speak your heart.
You guys are just putting more pressure on our councilmen and more stress on our council members, and they're doing the best they can, but all they need is just also in the book, a reaching hand, a helping hand, and with that helping hand, they can reach out and help someone else. So help our council members, please.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate you being an advocate for us a little bit, trying to get us some help because we need it.
Of course. How can things get done if you don't have the resources? We literally just talked about dreams can't be done, without Renee, without having the skills or the team to execute the vision.
Correct.
I'm certain you and the rest of the council members have visions that you guys want to get done, but you're just like, we don't have what we need to get done, to get it, or at least efficiently and effectively as you would like it to be done. Right.
So you interviewed the Parks and Recs director?
Yes, Lady Gutfeld.
Yes. How'd that go?
It was great. Shout out to you, lady. She was great.
Great.
Yeah, she even introduced me to Nathan, and I have an interview with Nathan as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Community Economic and Housing Director.
And development. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to look at that and view that.
Yeah, they were very, very both great and informative people, and I got to learn a lot. What I've been learning about doing this is just learning so much about the community, the work that goes in, and it's just amazing. And, you know, with Nathan, we talked about the Carousel Mall, you know, how his plans for the redevelopment of everything. And it's cool. You know, I asked him, because it's such a historic site, you know, the mall.
Yes.
Is it possible to like have like another carousel in there or something like that to, you know, to still kind of call it the Carousel Mall, you know, to still call it that. But I guess we'll see in time what he can do. You know, because you can only do what you can do.
That's correct.
You know what I mean?
Did you guys talk about the cultural festival that occurred? When I don't know when
the San Bernardino Fest?
Right.
Yes, we did. I talked with Liddy because I think Parks and Rec ran it.
Yes.
So she was the one that she brought it up, and we talked about it and stuff like that. And yeah, it was good. I helped some friends perform there.
Oh.
I had a group that I was with perform there, so it was nice.
Oh, did you perform there?
Yeah, a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Did you? I must have met you because I opened up the show.
I
opened up the show.
Gotcha. But I did see you at the Route 66 Rendezvous.
Yeah. I try to support my city on every aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed me on the cultural festival. I was King Joffre coming to America.
Oh, were you?
I was. You guys got to go see that. It's still out there.
Part 2 or part 1?
Part 2. I was all dressed up in my gear, had a crown and everything, just like James Earl Jones.
Hey, legendary voice.
Legendary actor.
Legendary man, definitely.
There you go.
Oh, man, I want to say so much, but I can't because it's just going to go over time. I'll say it anyway.
Just gonna say it anyway.
Yeah, actors like him, you know, Viola Davis. I can't think of her name. Cicely Tyson. Like these are legends in the game. And
you said Viola Davis. Did you mean Ruby Dee?
I don't know Ruby Dee. I may have known her work.
Davis. You didn't. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Got you.
Viola Davis is new to the game.
She is new, but she's
new to the game.
Can we call her a living legend?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. What about I can't think of her name, but she goes, "Yeah, darling." That one. What's her name? Darling.
Oh, she played Catwoman.
She played Catwoman. Thank you.
Eartha
Kitt. Would she be? Can we call her a legend?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I just went down that road because when you mentioned James Earl Jones, fantastic actor. But back to the good old world of San Bernardino. What is some of the biggest issues that your ward deals with, Ward 7?
Unsheltered.
Unsheltered community?
Unsheltered. We still need to deal with that. In fact, we're doing a cleanup this coming Thursday in conjunction with Caltrans. And we're doing one today, which I'm not out there. I should be out there.
Okay.
We're doing it off the Del Rosa exit. Thursday, we will be out there. We're doing it off the Waterman exit.
Okay.
Of course, roads. That's always an issue, but that's a money issue, right? That's money. I would love to pave every road in the city of San Bernardino, repave every road. I would love to. If someone can write me a check for $2 billion, I'll be happy to do it.
No problem.
No problem. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll hire 10,000 companies to get it done.
Gotcha. And it'll be done.
And it'll be done.
So when you say clean up, what does that mean?
That means we bring resources to those unsheltered who are out there.
Okay.
And then, but sometimes the constituents, the people want something done. They want something done. And as their city representative, I'm supposed to get something done. Okay. So I pass that out to my team, which is Renea, and she coordinates these particular issues of the unsheltered, and we get resources to them. Now, remember what I said last time, most people do not want help. This is no joke. This is not a game. I'm not playing. You ask any unsheltered provider, most folks do not want help. We come out there and say, we'll provide you shelter. We'll provide you help, whether it's mental or whether it's physical. We will provide you something. But yet, the problem lies is that they refuse to help. They refuse help. And even though we're out there, they refuse to help. Now, you know, if you look at the off-ramps and the slopes of the freeways, it's littered with trash.
Yes.
It's littered with trash. So we're out there cleaning. I know I make my calls to Caltrans. I said, hey, you know what, my exits, and I deal with my exits because I'm not here to deal with the whole city. That's the mayor's job.
There we go.
And you make me the mayor, I'll deal with the whole city.
Hey, okay. Is there a future he's talking about?
I don't know. Put it in the atmosphere, right?
If you can dream it.
You can believe it.
Bam.
Right? But I deal with my word because those are the folks that vote for me. So I deal with my 3 exits, and I'm like, hey, we need to clean those. And if you clean all the rest by circumstance, then great. But deal with mine.
Gotcha.
Because those are the ones that my constituents talk about. Now, I don't want them to see. I want to do it before they call me.
Even better.
Right?
Gotcha. Eliminate the problem.
Right. I live here too. You know, so anything that I'm like, God, that's looking kind of raggedy. Let me get on the phone and take care of that. So they don't call me. But they don't know that. Constituents don't know all the stuff we try to do and we take care of, and things that we do take care of before they even pick up the phone or send an email or come to a council meeting.
Got you. Where are those located actually at the council meetings?
They're at the library. The main library in San Bernardino.
Off of D Street?
Yes.
Okay.
And we start at 7 p.m.
Got you. On Wednesdays, right?
Every first and third Wednesdays.
Okay.
Come on out, make your, I was going to say make your wishes known. I was going to say make your wishes known.
Hey.
Voice your concerns.
Gotcha.
And if it's positive, tell us that too.
Please.
You know, if it's positive, tell us, hey, that was a great job that you guys did. Thank you for cutting those trees or paving that street or getting that dirt out the way or, you know, whatever it might be. Because you know what? When positive success breeds success.
There we go.
I truly believe that. And it works for the city too.
Yeah.
You can't always stay on the negative side because it doesn't do your spirit any good.
No.
Either.
Misery loves company.
But is that what they say?
I've heard it before.
Okay, well, I'm on the good side of hope.
Me too.
Okay, that's where I live. So, you know, tell them, hey, this was a good job. You guys committed this. It's a big city with 62 square miles. Yeah. You're not going to see all the positive things that go on. You're not going to see it.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, it's amazing that the things get done that's like, oh, wow, that got done over there and this got done over there and we're moving forward over here on this particular issue. There's a lot of issues that we're moving forward on.
That people are not really seeing.
Right, because like you said, the young folks are trying to live, right? So you don't care what that is. As long as they pick up your trash on Tuesday and when you pick up the phone, the popo come or, you know, the lights turn on your block at come 7 o'clock, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, facts.
And that's just the way that people live because people are trying to live from one paycheck to the next paycheck. They don't have time to be dealing with the negative connotation of politics.
Gotcha. Right?
I don't live in that world. You know, you and I, we talk, and that's how I am with my constituents. We just talk and we share and we try to get it done together because I can't get it done by myself. It's a team effort. There's 32,000 people in the 7th Ward working as a team. And if we work as a team, there's nothing we can't accomplish.
I like it.
I mean, seriously, there's nothing we can't accomplish.
Gotcha. Avengers assemble.
Avengers assemble.
Boom.
There you go.
I think we just found a slogan for Ward 7.
There you go. 7th Ward assemble.
Hey.
7th Ward assemble.
There it is. Boom. Trademark.
He said a trademark.
Why do you think the unsheltered don't want any help?
You know what? That's a mental issue that I don't know, so I'm not going to jump into those waters and give you an answer that I can't answer because I don't know.
Gotcha.
You know, some folks just don't like society. We all know that. We all rebel at society at some point in some phases, but they take it to a new level.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It seems like homelessness in Southern California in general is kind of just
exploding.
Yeah, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It's the laws that Sacramento writes. It's the laws that Sacramento writes. It hand ties us local officials to do what is necessary. And what's necessary is not treat them bad. It's necessary is to give them the help that they need.
Gotcha.
And if you can say no, and we can't take you in, and we obviously know that you're schizophrenic or you're some other illness, and we obviously see that, we still can't do anything.
Facts.
So we need to change the laws. We need to change the people out in Sacramento and rotate them out and find some folks that have some compassion to say, you know what, we need to rewrite our laws.
I like that. If you could recommend any type of law that they should write, what would you recommend?
That we be able to house those folks that we see, right? That if we see them and they obviously in distress, and we need to be able to have some place to provide the proper medication, treatment, and oversight on these individuals to bring them back and to bring them back to proper in society, to bring them back in society, right? And it's possible.
Yes, yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
They just need no medication. They need a little help. They need a little structure, right? A little structure.
Yeah.
And once they get back, they become, productive members of society again.
Which is the key.
Yeah. And then they're not on the streets.
Wow.
I'm sure they want to be. I'm sure they do not want to. I'm not sure because I'm not them.
Yeah.
But
we can assume.
And I hate assuming.
Of course.
But, do you really want to be out there when it's 110 degrees out in San Bernardino?
Yeah.
Or anywhere else, not just San Bernardino.
Yeah.
I don't care. It gets hotter as it gets higher in Victorville, in Pot Country, Hesperia, when it's 115 degrees. Do you really want to be out there fighting that?
Got you. No toilet, no running water.
No, because I'm sure they didn't grow up that way. But then again, I'm making an assumption.
Yeah.
If you're homeless in Seattle when it rains most of the time, do you really want to be in the rain?
Yeah.
And it gets cold there too?
Yeah. These are facts.
So we just need a little help from Sacramento.
Gotcha.
We need a little help from Sacramento. So tell them to change the law so you can empower the cities to help. The state needs to do their part. The county needs to do their part.
Gotcha.
Which they're not doing as much as they can.
Gotcha.
But it can be reduced severely if Sacramento unties the hands and writes better laws.
Gotcha. So that's like you said in our previous interview. You can only do as much as they allow you to do.
Correct.
So Sacramento, help us out. Help your state out. As being, former military and, ATF, how has that helped you in being a councilman?
Well, it's provided me, and that's a really great question. I'm glad you asked that question because that's a really great question. The discipline served in the military is invaluable.
Okay.
You have to have discipline to do what you do here. You just can't go and do what you want to do, anything you want to do, anytime you want to do it.
Yep.
You have to understand that there is a structure in city. Mayor, council, city managers, directors. It's all formalized. It's all formalized matrix. And in that matrix, you got to know where you fall in there.
Gotcha. Your role.
Right. And how much authority you have to get things accomplished. It all circles back, Antonio, to getting things accomplished for your constituents and your city. I don't care how many times you ask me or what we talk about. It's always about serving the constituents and the city and to make it better.
Okay.
And all I do in the Marine Corps is the same way. You know what? We're serving the country instead of serving the constituents of the 7th Ward. We serve our country. We serve the 7th Ward. We just scaled it down.
Gotcha.
We just scaled it down. Working with ATF. Instead of serving the country or the city or the division I was with, we scaled it down. Now we just serve the city. So it falls right in what I've been doing all my life. So it works.
I like it.
It works.
And I think that's probably one of the things that a lot of people miss is discipline. What helped me for discipline is music.
Music?
Yes.
Music?
Yes.
You write music?
I write and read music.
Wow, you're pretty smart. You write and read music. I can't read a clef note.
Gotcha. You know the one that looks like a sad face? Toot.
Yes.
That's bass clef.
Is that bass clef?
Yeah, so now you know.
Is that the Black Eyed Peas bass clef?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I think you mean Wyclef.
Is that Wyclef?
Wyclef Jean from the Fugees.
Was it the Fugees?
The Fugees, Wyclef.
It's not the Black Eyed Peas?
No, I think that's will.i.am and
that's will.i.am?
Yeah.
See, that's the chief in the background. She keeps me straight like that.
Boom, she's there.
Right.
And she's a hip hop aficionado. So.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I know what, man, I just know, Regina Bell back in the day and Janet Jackson. That's all I know.
Okay.
I don't know those other ones. So
Roberta Flack?
Roberta Flack. See, there you go, Roberta Flack.
Okay.
Look at you.
Gotcha. Tina Marie, come on, we can go all day with this.
Tina is always with Rick,
Okay.
You know who Rick is, right?
I love Rick James.
See, he knew. See, ladies and gentlemen, he knew. He didn't say Slick Rick. He knew Rick meant Rick James.
Yeah, Rick James.
Yes, that's right.
I like Rick James before Dave Chappelle brought him on the game.
Don't get me started because this is PG-13, and
Well, PG-13 for him, but we can go as far as he wants to go.
No, we're gonna stay PG-13. Okay. We're gonna PG-13. I love the Dave Chappelle show, but it's not PG-13.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. But I love that show.
What did the 5 hands say to the face?
No, I said PG-13.
Slap. That's PG-13.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What did the 5 fingers say to the? But yeah, Rick James. I just loved his sound. Like he's got a song called Hollywood, and he's basically it's like a. Do you know what song I'm talking about? It's like a song he talks. It's like a farewell letter to his parents, saying, goodbye, mama, goodbye, papa. I'm gonna do good in Hollywood, and it's kind of like a ballad, slow song, and it's just a beautiful song saying, I got to leave my hometown to pursue my dreams in Hollywood.
Okay.
And it's a great song by Rick James. And for the longest time, I always thought that the Rick James sound and Prince's sound sounded really similar.
Really?
Really, really close. Like there's like a tie between them. I always thought that. Yes, I can hear a tie. And then my friend sent me something, and I'm not sure how true it is, but Prince at one point started opening up for Rick James. Started opening up for Rick James, and there's a story that Rick James stole Prince's synthesizer and used it for his album. I can't think of the name, but the one where he's next to the light pole and he's got his bass, his famous one. And I guess he used the, synthesizer was really difficult back then. He used that synthesizer and then messed everything up and gave it back to Prince.
Anybody that knows this story, please come on and tell us about this story. Anybody knows this story, because I don't know this story.
Yeah.
So Rick James, borrowed Prince's synthesizer.
Without permission, borrowed that part. But shout out, Rick James all day.
I never heard of anybody comparing Rick James to Prince.
Not Prince. Similar. There's like a similarity that I can hear in the sound of their music, but not the same. They're definitely different.
Oh, okay,
they're different artists by far.
It's the guitar.
You think it's the guitar? Yeah, it's the funk sound and it's the way they move and but yeah, it's
He did open up for Rick James in 1980.
In 1980.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah. See, I don't think Councilman believes anything I'd be saying to him. Be like, and Tony be just talking things I never heard it before. So
talking. That's why we got the chief back there. She's like, we ask a Jeopardy question and they're not sure on Jeopardy if it's quite right, and then we'll see here. I know it's not Alex Trebek anymore.
Like judges.
Right. Please.
Got you.
Please. Verify. Check that.
That part. Even Steve Harvey would do that to the judges on a Family Feud, right? He's like, will that count?
They're very liberal on Family Feud.
Got you.
They're very liberal with their answers. If you even get close, you sniff an answer close, they'll give it to you.
They're like, oh, okay, good job. You did it.
Right.
But you're There are 7 wards total, so that means there's 7 council members total, correct?
That's correct.
Do the council members come together like Voltron for like a specific issue that they're all trying to address?
In council meeting or in closed session, yes, we do.
Okay.
But there's a thing called the Brown Act where we can't get all together and talk about specific issues because of the Brown Act. There's 7 of us, so no more than 3 of us can get together at any given time to talk about an issue.
Can you elaborate for people who may not know what the Brown Act means? Brown
Act is an act that does not allow elected officials to get together. See, back in the old days, they call them backroom deals. You know, so the mayor and the council would all get together in these smoky back rooms where there were nothing but men, pretty much, and they would hash out the deal beforehand, before they would get to the city council meetings, and they would do the deal in back doors. And then they would vote on it, and of course the vote will go like they did in the back rooms and said, okay, Tony, we're going to do this deal. I'm going to give this contract to, you know, Johnny Pickles. And Johnny Pickles' company is, you know, did what he do. But now you can't do that. You can't do that without violating the Brown Act.
Gotcha.
So the Brown Act says if you have 5 council members, no more than 2. You got 7, no more than 3. And you do the math, the new math. That's my granddaughter would say.
The new math.
The new math.
Gotcha.
So I don't know how it changes from the old math, but okay, they saw it the new math. But that's the way it is. You can't get it. And it's to stop corruption.
Basically.
I hate to use that word, but yes, that's what it does. It stops corruption, so you can't talk about an issue and make a decision on an issue before you get to the public.
Gotcha. Like behind scenes.
Correct. Like
Gotcha.
those smoky backdoor rooms.
Cool. Cool history. I like that. The Brown Act. I wonder why they chose Brown as the...
Because that's the guy who authored the bill in Sacramento.
His last name was Brown.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. I feel like things like that are cool to get like named after something. Not a disease or anything, but like stuff like that. I think that's kind of cool.
Write a bill, champion it in Sacramento, and they'll name it after you.
I guess going back to our last time, maybe free vegan burgers for everybody, you know?
Yeah, you can call it Tony Free Bill Vegan Burger Act.
I like it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All you got to do is just write it. Get somebody to sponsor it.
Gotcha.
And get the governor to sign it.
Gotcha. Maybe I can get like an alkaline bill or something. Anyway, that'd be super cool. I think we may have addressed it, but I guess it'd be good to ask again informally. Why did you want to become a councilman?
To help people.
Gotcha.
My job is to solve problems. My job is to make sure that if you have an issue, to solve it, if solvable, to make sure that the San Bernardino City government runs efficiently and effectively. If I see anything that's not doing that, it's my job as an elected official to make sure that it does that through policy changes.
Okay.
If I need to make a policy change in concert with my 7 other elected officials, 8, including the mayor, then we make a policy change to make sure that we run more efficiently. You know, make sure that we're not in, you know, the 19th century, that we're up to date when the most, as you see walking around here, we'll make sure that we're up to date. You know, make sure that our policies address the constituents of the city of San Bernardino.
Okay.
Because every city is different.
Yes.
They run similarly, but they're different.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we're a charter city, which makes us move it a little different than everybody else.
Right. Some general law cities. So, you know, that's why I wanted to run. I wanted to run to help.
Okay.
To help. It's in my blood. It's in my nature, you know.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's what Damon stands for. You know?
I like that.
You know, the helper of men.
Gotcha.
In Greek. I don't know what it is in Farsi, but in Greek. But in Greek, it's the helper of men.
I think in Farsi, it means man who thinks Hulk is the best.
I think you're right. I think he's absolutely right about that.
Bam, bam, bam.
But I think
I
think my last name means Doctor Strange is not the best.
There it is. There it is. It's cool because I mess with Spider-Man too.
In Tagalog, that is.
Oh, in Tagalog. Okay.
In Tagalog.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that means you're Panay or Panoy.
No, not necessarily. I might be good night.
Okay.
You know. So you're going to start in Living Color, and you're going to go down the road in Living Color that you probably didn't see all the episodes in Living Color, the greatest variety show ever.
Yeah, it started all the great ones
with the Winen brothers. So,
yes.
Right. So did you ever see the little one, the skit that where the two brothers were in jail all the time? Did you ever see that skit?
I don't think so.
You didn't see that skit?
No.
Really? Well, I won't do it because
this
is a podcast. Oh,
please do it.
Negative ghostwriter.
Oh,
when we get off stage, then I'll do it because.
Why would he bring it up and not share it with us, folks?
Because someone would take this. Someone would take this and use it against me.
Oh, okay, yeah, we don't want. But then you can sue them for libel, though, can't you?
No, I cannot. Elected officials can't do that unless you truly lie and they can prove it.
Or defamation of character, you can sue them for defamation, right?
Well, we're not going to do it, so we're not going to worry about it.
Okay. Dang it.
Yeah, that's
we really want it.
And homie don't play that.
I was just going to say that. That was one of my favorite characters. Oh, man. Shout out to Damon Wayans.
Yes.
Shout out to Keenan and Ivy for having the vision.
Yes.
And everyone came out. Like,
they need to bring it back. They need to bring it back.
I think they would have I think they would have already done it.
But I think so?
Especially after the Dave Chappelle show aired.
Well, it's hard to. They're two different genres of comedy.
Of course, I'm just saying. Like after they saw that they were like, I'm pretty sure the brothers had a conversation. Like, you know what? We should bring it back. Like, look how well Dave Chappelle did, and even the Dave Chappelle show resurfaced on Netflix. I'm pretty sure they were like, hey, look, it's still popular. Key and Peele, like. I'm certain they had a conversation.
Key and Peele, oh.
I'm certain they had a conversation as a family.
Living legends, those two. Those two are. I love them. I love Key and Peele. And Jordan Peele, he's a great director, and he's 3 movies in?
Yeah. I haven't seen Nope, and I haven't seen. I think it's called Us, right?
Yes. You haven't seen Us?
No, not yet.
You know, I heard he was on the short list to do the Blade remake.
Okay, that'd be interesting.
Right.
That'd be interesting.
He's on the short list to do the Blade remake because they just lost their director.
Okay. And fun fact, Wesley Snipes was the first Marvel character playing Blade to bring the Marvel universe to cinema, but he never got the credit.
They give him the credit now.
They're giving him the credit now. And he also originally wanted to be Black Panther, but they didn't do that, so he did Blade instead. Shout out to you, Wesley Snipes, for being a visionary.
Pay your taxes, Wes.
Oh, man. It wasn't his accountant that did it? Oh, yeah, he got caught twice.
Right.
Wesley, I still think you're an amazing actor.
He is an amazing actor. Always bet on black.
Yes.
That was in the movie.
New Jack City?
Oh, no. That's the classic. No. Something 52. It was an airline movie.
Oh, you're talking about Passenger 57.
Passenger 57. Yeah, he said always bet on black.
Facts.
Yeah, that was the classic line in that movie.
Man, my mom used to love Wesley Snipes. She's like, Wesley Snipes movie, we watching that one. Murder 1600. Do-do-do-dee.
Yeah, about the White House when he was the cop.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Shout out to Wesley Snipes.
Shout out to Wes. Keep it going, dog.
He's been, every role he does is great.
I don't know about great, but every role is good.
Yes, he's on point.
He is on point.
He's on point.
He gets disrespected, and I know he gets disrespected because he's an action hero, and he never gets classified with one of those action heroes. He's an action hero, and a good one. And a good one.
I will agree.
Carl Weathers doesn't get the respect. He's an action hero. Carl Weathers doesn't get the respect he deserves. I don't understand why. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I don't understand why.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Jolly White, and I just saw him in a movie. He's an action hero, and he doesn't get the respect.
Man, I would love to see a remake of Spawn.
We get Dolph Lundgren. Really?
Who is that?
Yeah, everybody knows who Dolph Lundgren is. Come on.
Who is that? What is he playing?
He plays in all those action movies, too. What's it? Jean-Claude Van Damme. Now, I love me some Jean-Claude Van Damme, but there's Wesley Snipes, who is also a great action hero. I don't know. And then now they're all too old.
Yeah, to get recognized.
Well, they're not too old to get recognized. They're too old to be doing all that action stuff. You know, they pull a hammy.
Definitely. My knees.
You're right.
My knees.
My back.
You know, I think what separated Jean-Claude was he did the splits, and they're like, oh, man, a grown man doing splits. He must be an action hero.
Yeah, well, Jean-Claude, you know, he's handsome. What is he, French? I think he's French. Is he Jean-Claude Van Damme? Yeah, he's French.
I want to say, but I feel like he's not. I don't know.
You don't know? I don't know.
Yeah,
either.
I think it's a different country.
I don't know, but he's handsome, he's tall, hey.
Gotcha.
And you do the splits.
That part.
You got to have a signature move, right?
Yeah. Isn't Arnold Schwarzenegger considered more of an action hero than any of those guys that you mentioned?
Well, yes, he is. He is. You're right.
Yeah.
But now we got The Rock.
Dwayne Johnson.
There you go.
Yeah.
Belgium.
Oh, he's from Belgium.
There
Jean-Claude Van Damme. See, there we go.
Yeah. Thank goodness for Google. Yeah, I guess The Rock.
You guess? He's an action hero.
He definitely is, but I like him when he's goofy, personally. I like his goofy stuff.
Well, then you got to stick with Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart makes him look good.
Yeah.
Because when they hook up with Kevin Hart, they do good movies.
They do. I'm not going to go there. But yeah, I definitely like his goofy side. Same with Shaq. We talked about that earlier. I like the goofiness of those people. I actually wrote a spec script, which means like a concept of a remake of the movie Twins with Kevin Hart and Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, wow.
I wrote a remake of that.
That's with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wrote a remake with the two of them for it.
All right.
Yeah. But, put it out there, and it was, I guess I could put it out there more. Putting it out there now, I guess, so anyone interested, hit me up. But yeah, basically, Shaquille's from Africa and finds out he has a long-lost brother in America. And then I do a quote like, oh, you want to come to America? He's like, should you go to Queens? He's like, no, I don't want to go to Queens. Shout out to what you said earlier,
Yes, Eddie Murphy.
Yes. So during the pandemic, I'm certain there was definitely difficulties. So how difficult was it for you to work under the conditions to take care of your ward and everything?
Well, we were coming out of the pandemic, so it was a little bit easier.
Okay.
It's no matter what conditions we have, it's always difficult to take care of your constituents. Mm-hmm. Whether it's whether rain, sleet. Right now we had 4 weeks ago, we had the flash floods.
Oh yeah.
Right. We had the flash floods, which flooded our streets with debris and dirt and first it was mud. Now it turned to dirt, and we're having trouble cleaning it up or getting it done.
Gotcha.
So if they hear what I'm saying, I made a shout out for our public works to get it done. So public works, let's go, guys. Let's get on it. You know, because it causes issues.
Big issues.
We don't want our vehicles to get on there and possibly have a public safety issue. Mm-hmm. We don't want the kids possibly get hit by a rock. But all this is possibility and speculation, and I don't like to do possibilities and speculation. Gotcha. It just needs to be cleaned up so it doesn't look unsightly, and that's my big issue.
Gotcha. Is the reason why the flooding is happening is because our drainage system is not good enough?
That was a flash flood. We don't get flash floods in California, at least Southern California.
Okay.
It was like 3 inches of rain in like 6 hours. That's insane amount of rain for us.
Gotcha.
We get the little sprinkles.
Mm-hmm.
We get the sprinkles.
And it's potential that it might happen again because we're coming into fall and winter, right? It's potential, right?
There's a potential for everything, right?
Facts. I guess it usually rains more during the fall and winter.
Okay, yes, it does. But we don't get that type of rain, the heavy type of rain like they do in the southern states.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Have you been in the southern states?
I haven't been in the South in a long time.
Well, it rains at a particular time, but it rains so hard you can barely see over your hood. That's the type of rain we receive for hours.
Okay.
Which is, like I said, it's unusual for us.
Gotcha. That's why it's so green in the South.
Yes, that's one reason. That's one reason.
Okay.
But don't get me to lying because I don't know the other reasons.
Gotcha.
Don't get me to lying, man.
But what's the other reason?
Right. I knew that was coming, so don't get me to lying.
I'm not going to ask.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I'm not going to ask. I saw something that said, in the inaugural season of 2021, 2022, that you climbed rooftops to scout on house tents. How was that, and what was that about?
Well, we were noticing that the unsheltered were breaking into buildings and setting up camp on rooftops.
Wow.
Right.
They're becoming creative.
They have nothing but time. When you have nothing but time, then the human mind and the vision and all they want to do. And it's also probably because of safety issues too.
Okay.
Right? I'm not going to even lie. It's probably because of safety issues. You know, when you got to climb up a roof and then an access ladder, which we did, an access ladder, and they had a doorbell. They had a rope doorbell. I'll never forget it. They said, and they wrote on the wall, you know, ring the doorbell.
No way.
Yes, they did. I think I have a picture. Do we have a picture, Chief? I think we have a picture.
Okay, you gotta send that to me.
We have a picture, and you pull it, and it went all the way to the roof, and it activated some kind of mechanism. It wasn't a real doorbell, but it activated a mechanism like a doorbell.
Wow.
And then they would notify that someone's coming up or someone's down there.
Wow.
Right.
They're trying to build like a little city.
Yes. Yes, they have little cities. I was just notified that some encampments are so large that they have a council and a mayor.
No way.
Yes. Yes.
So they're trying to do their own like little Mad Max thing going on.
There you go. Mad Max, Thunderdome, Tina Turner. Don't get me started.
Hey.
Now that's a legend.
They said that she had the best legs in the business.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Hey.
Tina Turner.
I was actually...
Go to New York, everybody. Go see the Tina Turner show. It is absolutely fabulous. Little shout
It's on Broadway?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes, I sat there, watched it.
It was interesting because I was singing the song "What Love Got to Do with It" this morning, and the reason why is because I was watching a show and they were saying that a lot of people think that you should just get married for love, and it's like, no, there's other things that need to be in place.
Really?
You know, and then I was connecting with the song "What's Love."
So I'm going to ask you, just like you didn't ask me with the rain, why it's so green out there. I appreciate you not asking me that. You said what is other than love? There's other things in place. What's other than love? We're gonna interview you now, bro.
Well, because I'm okay, because I was trying to think of the song, right? What's love got to do with it? Mm-hmm. And I was trying to relate that to understanding, okay, not only it's for relationships to work, it's not only love, or the concept of love,
right? Concept of love.
Right.
So what else is there?
So most marriages fail because of money issues.
Really?
Statistically proven.
Is that right? Is that right, Chief? Money? Okay. All right, so let's go with that. Money issues.
Okay.
All right.
So I gave you a reason.
So love is not enough when there's not enough money. Is that what you're saying? Love is not enough when there's not enough money. The stress of that causes you to separate from one another. Love is not going to get you through.
Statistically proven, quote unquote, love.
My thing is, if you're truly in love, it'll get you through.
I would agree.
If you are truly in love with that person, and like I say, if you are my ride or die, because you ain't my ride or die if you're going to separate from me for some money.
I agree.
So then they're not in love. You're not my ride or die. You shouldn't get married if it's not your ride or die.
Yeah.
And that's just me talking.
There's a truth.
That's just me talking.
You know, there's a truth to that. And I want to go deeper into that, but I know we're limited now currently.
You're limited, but that's the truth. I'm going to write a book about that. You know, if we ain't Bonnie and Clyde, why are we getting married?
Gotcha.
I mean, because she looks good, because he's 6'2", tons of fun, and dressed to a T. Is that the why? Is that the why?
And the money. She says the money. The lady says the money in the back, and most women file for divorce.
And most women file for divorce?
Most divorces are filed by women.
Wow. Because of money.
If we're using all those statistics, yes, we can say that.
Well, then what's love got to do with it?
That's why the song came in my head, and I was trying to understand everything.
Well, you know what? When you get your honey, you make sure that she's ride or die.
I think that's the crucial thing. I used to say back in the day, you know, if she's willing to stay with me when I'm homeless, then she's probably the one to be with.
Well, that's really stretching it, but I guess that's what
he said ride or, did he not just say ride or die?
That's really stretching it, the homeless part. But you know, hey, that's
ride
true.
Or die? Is that
is
ride
or
die?
Because we couldn't take this one person and give him help because we couldn't find a family shelter, and he was not leaving her at Tatal. He was not leaving her. She's like, I am not going unless she's going. And I'm like, wow. Well, I said, we got a spot for you right now. He's like, I'm not going and leaving her out here. I was like, okay.
That's a good protector, right?
Ride or die.
Yeah.
Ride or die.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's where we need to be. You know, instead of being 6'1", you know, maybe you need to find 5'7".
That part. But, you know,
that might be something that we're gonna get here and get through this thing called life, right? Together. Mm-hmm. Right? Because when you're divorced, then you're splitting assets, you're splitting children. We're doing all that other stuff. And I know this ain't a marriage show, but I've been married twice, and been through plenty of counseling through my marriages because, you know, I got divorced. And divorce is not a pretty thing on children. It's
terrible.
It's not a pretty thing on children.
Terrible.
I can speak from experience. It's not. It's not.
It's hard. And majority of the time speaking, men are usually hit the hardest when it comes to divorce, at least financially and emotionally, because of finances and emotion, and then also the separation with the children. But I guess I'll mention it because it's in my brain. Going back to the love principle, they say that men love unconditionally and women love conditionally.
Wow.
Right?
You think? That's what they say? Who wrote that book?
Is this your book? It's not in my book. It's not in my book.
What chapter is that in?
I'm just saying that
what chapter is that in?
Women love their children unconditionally, but their partner conditionally.
Based on factors like money, security, safety, all those issues.
The conditional love.
Those are conditions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why. Because like, what can he provide for me?
So isn't that the roles that men play?
Yes.
So
that men should play.
That men should play.
Yes.
But hasn't that changed in your generation? Is that even still in effect?
I think that's probably why there's an issue with the dating and commitment scene going on as we speak.
Do people even date anymore? I'm too old. Do they even date anymore? I think all they do is they look on their phone and they text each other. Is that considered dating now?
I think they do that. I think they swipe left, and I think they do a thing called Netflix and chill.
Trust me, bro. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sorry, everybody. I know
it's
I know
cool,
nothing.
And it's probably for the best that you don't know.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
You're probably Netflix and chill is basically like, hey, I got Netflix. Come over and chill.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Netflix and chill. I thought it was some kind of dating app.
No.
I thought it was some kind of.
No.
I thought it was some kind of dating app.
No, that's Tinder.
Okay.
But yeah,
that's Tinder.
Tinder is where you swipe right and swipe left.
Oh, that's what I see on movies.
Yes.
I see on movies all the time when they're always doing the swiping, like She-Hulk. They do that in
exactly.
She-Hulk. Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's a swipe,
Okay.
So,
I'm sorry. Let me put your book back up.
No, it's okay. You put it,
Let me put his book back up.
You can leave it wherever you want to put it, sir. But, it's... the dating market has become more shallow, and last time we talked about communication, lack of touch. So
lack of touch.
It also affects our dating experience as well, respecting one another, et cetera, et cetera. I saw that in the Valley Bulletin of 2020. It says that you and 2 other council members broke ground because of color, being people of color.
What is that? I don't understand. What is people of color? What is that?
It's a term that people use now, and it's funny because
am I person of color?
That's what they say. And in the 60s they used to call it colored people, and then they flipped it around to people of color. But my question is to you.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like, as a black man in America,
African-American,
as an
African. That's where your roots hail from. There ain't no continent called Afro.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't no tribe called Afro. Ain't no nation called Afro.
Okay.
As an African American.
To respect your words, as an African American.
Yes, sir.
In politics.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like you're under more pressure being an African American?
Absolutely.
Can you explain why?
Well, even when I was on a campaign trail, there were people that were calling me, telling me that I would never be elected because I'm an African American. There was people that are running for officers now that made those phone calls and said, "Oh, you're very nice. We like you, Damon. You pronounce your E's and your R's, but you will never win in the 7th Ward because traditionally it's just not going to happen." And I got 3 of those calls.
Wow.
And you never know, because now, did you know what happened with LA City Council?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that happened recently?
Yes.
With the lady talking about the boy being ghetto and should have been spanked?
Yes, well, she didn't call him, ghetto, and she called him a little monkey in Spanish.
Yeah.
And there's an old aphorism that says, when there's one person that thinks like that, there's always another that thinks like that.
Yeah, she has to talk to somebody about it.
Right. And this particular case, there were 4 of them that were talking about it. So let's do the new math. 4 times 2 is
8.
8. And if they think like that, then there's others that think like that, and it just permeates through society. When are we going to learn that the pervasiveness of racism is everywhere? And it is always anti-African American racism.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue to have this problem until we sit down as a people and a people, and I mean the United States, and actually talk about it and find out that, you know what, if you cut my arm and I give you blood, you're gonna survive. There's enough of the American pie for everyone. You don't have to chop everybody down. I am so tired of everybody doing this. When are we going to get over that? When are we going to grow up? When are we going to be like Star Trek and grow up as a people? Mm-hmm. And I mean everybody. I mean, you don't see African Americans doing this, if not ever.
It's not in our interest.
We can't. It's just not in our DNA, pretty much. Mm-hmm. That's not how we grew up. That's not how we were taught. We were taught that, we just got to make it.
Yeah.
Right? We got to make it, because the system is not for us. I don't care what you say. The system is rigged, and it's not for us.
Gotcha.
Because the laws throughout Jim Crow time.
Spit it.
And still even is pervasive today, still does not allow us to achieve certain issues. It doesn't, because LA City Council just proved it to you. Mm. The boy that went up and drove 3 hours to Buffalo just proved it to you.
Gotcha.
The court decisions of the Civil Rights Act that the Supreme Court just proved it to you, and that's 2022. I can go on and on. I'm not like Sarah Palin. I can spit the facts.
There we go.
So if that's the case, we need to do what's right. If you don't talk about it, things will continue to be in the dark. Things will continue not to get better, as folks will be separated. The division that's going on in the country is pervasive. It's everywhere. Why do you do that? Why do you separate everybody all the time? Why do you separate the Hispanics from the Latinos from the Afro-Latinos, the Morenos from everybody else? Why do you do that? Why did they do that?
Divide and conquer.
Is that what it is? Oh my gosh. Why would you do that? Aren't we strong as a nation if we work together? Didn't I say something about that? The 7th Ward is the best ward if we all work together, all 32,000 of us. I believe that.
Ward 7 Avengers.
Ward 7 kicks butt. Mm-hmm. But we can't kick butt if we're divided by culture or race, because there's only one race. If we're by ethnicities and all that kind of stuff. It's just good to respect your ethnicities. I believe it. No matter what it is, I believe it, because everybody learns from everybody. I do.
Yeah.
Learn from everybody. Respect everybody. 110%. But in the end,
yeah,
we're all one people, and we're all Americans.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like the movie. I don't want to sound like the establishment, but it's true. We're all one people, because no matter what ethnicity you are, we can all have babies. And if we couldn't do it, then you can start playing that game with me. But we can.
With each other, we can, yeah.
Right. We can all have babies. I don't care if you're white, black, green, purple, yellow, brown. I was going to say hip-hop, hip-hop, but...
and you don't stop.
Right.
Rocking to the bang.
Right, but...
Okay.
Right. But look, you know about Sugar Hill. Look at you. Look at you know about little Sugar Hill.
I think it was written by Grandmaster Flash.
Look at you in the Furious 5. Mm-hmm. Don't get me started, because now I can do that, but that got somebody derailed. Right, the Sugar Hill gang. Right.
Yeah, no, I think they stole, one of them stole Grandmaster
stole
his line
or biked. Maybe he biked it.
Okay.
He maybe biked it. Like that's not you. It's negative context.
Gotcha.
Chief says we have 1 minute.
Got you.
So let's wrap it on up.
Got you. I wanted you to finish your race theory, but
no, it's not race theory. It's if I was out, someone please put it in the chat. If I was out of sorts. If I was out of sorts, then straighten me out. But if I wasn't out of sorts, then we're gonna have to work about that communication thing again.
Got you. I meant not in a theory. Theory means hypothesis proven by other people. So that means that you are correct because other people have also proven what you said to be true.
Yes.
So that's what I was saying.
Oh, okay, right.
Yes.
On. Power to the people.
Yeah. So Damon, let's say 100 years have passed, 200 years have passed. You're long gone. How would you want your empire to have looked like, whether it's politically, family-wise, just the world to know who Damon Alexander was? How would your empire?
I'm glad you asked that question because my father always said that, Clifton Alexander. He's always said, son, you have to succeed in life so the world even knew you existed. How does the world know you even existed? And besides your children, right? Besides your children, how does the world even know that you were here? And my dad died when I was 14. So that's the kind of impression that one phrase actually made on me. Like, what did you do? How did you change the small part? I'm not asking you to be. I'm not asking to be Mahatma Gandhi or Martin or Desmond Tutu or King Leopold or anybody else that did massive things on a worldwide scale. You know what I want to do? I just want to change my world right here in the Inland Empire. I want to make things better and leave a legacy that, policies that this council member did, these policies are still in existence today. And remember, my granddaughter lives in the 5th ward of this city.
Okay.
So she needs to say, she was at the groundbreaking ceremony yesterday. I should show you some pictures because I'm a proud Papa Gran.
Yeah, I will.
She was digging up there. The mayor of Rialto had her in there, breaking ground with a shovel and everything. But she needs to say, you know what? My Papa Gran helped develop the Carousel Mall or had policies that help people, grow as a city and as a region. That's what I want to be remembered as, somebody who helped people, who the policies help people, because that's what we're here for, right?
Yep.
That's it. If you're gonna put it on my tombstone, here who lies Damon L. Alexander, who helped people, and that's it. That's it. Nothing else. Simple. Can we do that? Because you can't help anybody without a team being around you to help other people. And that's it. That's it. That's all I want to do.
That's it. That's the empire.
That's the empire we want to lead. Because when you say, you know what, team, I believe in you. We're going to do this together. And Chief, she said, Renee Whitman says, yes, I'm going to believe in it with you. And you say, you know what, I'm going to help you because I believe in it with you. That's it. You're going to take that and you're going to teach someone else. And you're going to teach someone. It's going to be like the Perk commercial. You say one, no, you're too young for that. Never mind. It's a force multiplier is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It's a force multiplier. And I change your mindset to do something great, and then you teach your kids to do something great. You tell your best friend, your BFF to do something great, and you got that from me. It's a force multiplier, and then we created that empire legacy that you're talking about.
I love it.
And that's it.
I love it. Damon, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
No. Thank you.
Appreciate you so much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. That's right. That's the same, my friend. Merry Christmas, because that's the space that we like to live in, right?
Yes. For people who want to know how to reach you or support your campaign, support you, reach out to you, questions, can you please tell them how they can do that?
Yes, if you want to reach me about any city business or about anything, please just call 909-384-5188. 909-384-5188. And I'll get back to you. Not a problem.
Awesome. And he will. I literally heard him on the phone earlier today talking to someone, the 24-year-old like he was talking about, which is, he's even here to talk with me, so I'm very gracious. So everybody, thank you so much for...
San Bernardino Turkey Trot. You guys got to get on San Bernardino Turkey Trot. It's run at the San Bernardino International Airport.
Okay.
And it's put on by my wife, so I have to give her a shout out. And it is a 5K and a 10K, and it's on Thanksgiving Day at 7 a.m. in the morning. So get your wobble on before you get your gobble on. Come out there and get healthy.
Gotcha. Can you give a little more information, like where it's located?
SBTurkeyTrot.com.
There it is.
It's on Facebook, it's on Instagram, and it's a website at SBTurkeyTrot.com. And we got really rad medals. Our finisher medals are the best in the region.
Gotcha. And I'll get the link and put it in the description for you guys so you guys can click on it and find it as well. Again, I want to thank everybody for helping. Renea, Councilman. Everybody, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. My name is Antonio D. Miles. Thank you for being a part. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. I say it's my duty. Yeah. Is it my will? Yeah. To do what? Yeah. To do is right. I say. That's all.
No gang signs.
I'm with it.
Try to help a brother out.
I'm with it. Remember I had it right here last time?
I know.